Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor, and I'm a stay-at-home mom of three. In today's video, I'm going to show and explain my morning routine and rhythms. I've actually changed up my morning routine since I started my YouTube channel within the last month, and I think it's been working for the better. Of course, as I'm recording this, the kids are now out of school for the summer, so I'm sure my routine is going to be changing again, but my rhythms will stay the same. I found in changing my routine up to a Sunday reset, my morning rhythms have gotten easier. I'm not sure how or why this is, but I'm liking it. My house has less clutter, and I have more time and clarity to move through my morning rhythm. After the kids are dropped off at school and my husband heads to work, I finish up my coffee and take my vitamins. I take the Mary Ruth Liquid Morning Multivitamin and I measure it out in my little shot glass. Next is cleaning up from breakfast. On this particular day, I made waffles and I'm setting aside a waffle for my 2-year-old and freezing the rest for another day. This is a little something my future self thanks me for. Then I clean up the kitchen and simply clear off the countertops and clean off any crumbs. I hate visual clutter and it's something that I am constantly tackling throughout the day. I've been loving using these reusable sponges from Trader Joe's. They're pretty inexpensive, clean my counters well, and dry quickly. They don't leave that gross smell or, the nasty wet rag feel. Um, I love that they dry quickly. I can even throw them in the washing machine to reuse them. Next up in my rhythm is tackling the dishes. This is my least favorite task, but if I knock it out first thing in the morning, then it's done until the afternoon or evening. Personally, I don't like doing the dishes throughout the day. I save the dishes for morning and evening. As I've gotten older, my hands don't tolerate just dish soap as well. Washing dishes throughout the day dries them out with each wash, and I've learned that saturating your nails with water and having them dry out contributed to rippled and peeling nails. In the winter, I have these black latex gloves that I like to wear. In the winter, the air tends to be a bit more dry where we live. And so I need to use these gloves in order to stop my hands from peeling and cracking and everything. In the summer, I can get away with skipping the gloves since there is humidity in the air. But I still like to divide the dishes into morning and evening routines simply to spare my nails. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. I have tried so many detergents for dishwashing, and I can't seem to find anything other than Cascade to get my dishes clean. Everything else leaves some sort of residue in my dishwasher. What do you guys use? I'm curious. Leave it down in the comments below. Okay, so if you can't tell or haven't been able to tell from my other videos, this is our drop zone. Everything gets dropped here from my husband's belt at the end of the day, schoolwork, artwork, I even have my little basket under our breakfast bar that I put all of our items that have to go upstairs. This is our drop zone, and this is a major source of chaos for me. So I try to tackle this first thing in the morning as well. This is, again, another constant battle, but if I stay on top of it, it isn't so bad. Okay, so here is where I take a little moment of zen before I go upstairs and get Willow. I like to come out here, sit down, put my feet up, and just rest a little bit, take in the quiet and the sound of the birds, and just, give Maple a little scratch and just relax before my day really starts. Okay, break's over. Now it's time to bring the downstairs stuff upstairs to its home. This is where I like to let some of the light into our bedroom as well and do any remaining tidying with things that are just kind of hanging around the counters. I tend to check the monitor to see if Willow is moving around. Sometimes she likes to sleep in a bit. So normally she wakes up probably around, I would say 8:30. I try not to let her sleep in too much, just because it'll interfere with nap and overall just her sleep. But um, if she's still laying down and not budging, I will go and just straighten up some of the things that are hanging out on the floor. As you can see, I was simply just putting them in our bathtub. I'm not striving for perfection here, just trying to get some of those things off the floor. And then I'll get my first load of laundry in. Her bedroom is right there, so I'm making a little bit of noise. So if she's not up, then that kind of wakes her up a bit. Um, and then we can start our day together. If she is up, then I will just bring her out with me and she can, take care of laundry with me. It's not a big deal. A lot of times she does things alongside me anyway, and it's actually good for her to participate. I've done that with all three of my kids, so. Okay, another part of my morning rhythm is making sure that I wash my face and brush my teeth and get ready for the day. Normally, when I don't get ready and I skip this step and I stay in my lounge clothes or my pajamas, I feel off all day. But most of the time, I figure out how to get dressed and to put some makeup on my face, and I always feel better when I do that. Sometimes this can be a little challenging when Willow is alongside of me. I try to keep her occupied. The girl loves to brush her teeth. So, normally, if I set her up with a stool and her toothbrush, she will give me some time to get ready. Other times, she likes to hop down and go through every single one of my drawers and try and fish out all the sharp objects or, whatever she can get her hands on. And it winds up all over the floor and turns into a whole separate mess that I have to clean up. But at the end of it all, at least, I will be ready. I will have some makeup and my hair done. And that little mess isn't really a big deal. So, my advice would simply to have little stations around these little areas of your house so that you can occupy a toddler. Those writing pads are wonderful little things. So if you can shove one of those, like writing tablets or something that you can get on Amazon into a drawer and just give that to a toddler so that you can get ready, that would be a little piece of advice I could give. Maybe your toddler is like mine and loves. I'm just realizing that she's scrubbing the sink with her toothbrush here. Oh my goodness. Anyway, um, if you can find something that occupies them, I'm just kind of laughing at this. Huh. Well, this was the other day and she hasn't gotten sick, so I'll just switch out her toothbrush now. But either way, I would find something that occupies them for a little while so you can get things done. A lot of times they just want to be with you and they'll just like jibber jabber next to you too if they don't have anything in their hands to do. So, anyway, that's what we're doing. And actually, here she's telling me I'm missing spots. So, little supervisor. downstairs we go after we get ourselves ready. And I'm going to set Willow up with a little bit of breakfast. And she's probably going to pick at it and run around as I'm putting things away. And then what we wind up doing is getting ourselves ready to go outside for a walk. So, coming back from my walk, I found this really cool wicker couch thing. I'm pretty sure it's like a dog bed or something. But I thought it would be neat to put some cushions in it and either have it be like a little play couch for Willow, or maybe even the cats would just enjoy laying on it. But either way, I was going to put it on our front porch. Um, I might spray paint this white. It's kind of like a gray. I'm not sure if you can tell. It's a nice gray for the most part, but again, not sure if I'm going to like refresh it with a different color. Let me know your thoughts and if you have any ideas of what I could do with it as well. But I thought it was neat, and I found it at the end of someone's driveway. We live in a little village, and people oftentimes, when they want to get rid of something, they tend to put it at the end of their driveway. I found a couple of cool things this way, and this happened to be one of my finds. You can tell Maple's checking it out. It must have been a dog bed. Okay, and now here is the final part of my morning routine. I like to get into the garden and get my hands a little dirty. So, right now, if I don't keep up with the weeds, they will take everything over. It just seems like the weather is perfect for all plants, including weeds. So, I have to keep up with them. And my peonies have just bloomed. So, and unfortunately, they are starting to wilt a bit too. So they're kind of creating a bit of a mess. I have one huge peony bush that likes to bloom before this one. And so I have to pick up those petals. But this one is a little bit of a late bloomer. And so I love that they are a little bit separate so that I can enjoy each of their blooms. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed watching my morning rhythms and routines. Thanks again for watching and supporting my channel. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified when I post more videos. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.